2025 taught you a lesson, but 2026 is not here to teach you anything new. 2026 is here to pay you back, but only if you act. My dear friend, because learning without execution is just another form of procrastination. And inspiration without results is just an entertainment. This year is not about to become another year where you are going to be consuming more and more information, but it can be a year that you are going to be implementing what you already know. Welcome to 2026, the year of action and results. "2025 taught you a lesson, but 2026 truly demands action." Happy New Year and congratulations, you made it to Inspire. My name is Dongo, aka Mr. M. Dongo. I am your host of Inspire to Inspire. And as we are kicking off this season 5 of Inspire to Inspire, it was my idea and my thoughts to say, you know what? How about we start a year with some direction? Not just an inspiration or a motivation or whatever, but a proper direction of knowing where are we going and why are we even going over there. And now, as we step into 2026, I want you to have a very honest conversation with yourself. 2025, it was not a waste. It was not even a failure, and truly, it was not a delay. But 2025, it was a training ground for you. It was a character building, and it was a resilient building. Some of you have learned about discipline, and some of you might have learned more about patience. And surely, some of you have learned a little bit more about systems because you were hanging right here with me, about mindset and about automation, maybe about boundaries. Oh, I had to learn this one by a hard lesson, actually. This was a very big hard lesson for me to learn boundaries. And some of you, probably, you learned more about resilience. But here is the truth, my friend. You don't need another year of learning because I sure don't. Maybe you do. If you do, pause this and go and keep learning. Because one thing that I know is that you need a year of execution. Don't you think that you have learned enough and so many lessons that you already got? Don't you think that it's a year you actually start executing and getting some of those results that you've been always wanting? And into today's episode, the main goal for this episode is about making 2026 the year you finally move, you finally build, you finally decide, and surely you finally see the results. And let me break it down in the next 3 segments. Again, welcome to Inspire to Inspire Show. Stay tuned because we are about this year by storm, and we are about to make this year the year for you to remember, not for you to just live by again. Welcome back again, and if you are just joining me, this is Munya, and I am here in our very first video of 2026. Oh my goodness, 2025 stretched you to a level where you might have no idea if you are gonna come out of that. But guess what? It also exposed gaps in your systems. Oh yes, 2025 exposed the weakness in your habits, and it exposed the excuses you didn't even know that you were using. But here is what most people do wrong each and every year. They stay in the classroom forever and never ever got it right. They stay in the classroom and keep repeating in the same classroom without even advancing to the next level. They keep learning, they keep waiting for that clarity that will never come at all. Because one thing that I know is that clarity never comes through thinking, but clarity comes through movement. You're gonna move and try something, fail, and then try something. Then it's still like, oh my goodness, this is where I was doing wrong. I think this is where I should do something better about it. This is where I should improve, simply because you are moving forward. But many people, they just get stuck. And when they are stuck, they don't move. You don't learn through confidence by actually reading, and you don't gain confidence by reading, but you gain confidence by doing what you know. There are things that you are so scared of. Those things are going to help you to get the confidence that you are looking for. Let me tell you one thing. You don't learn business by watching this podcast. You learn business by launching, testing, failing, fixing, and coming here, getting all the tips and the tricks you need and go back on the ground and implement everything. Learning feels so productive. Action produces results. You need more implementation because the clarity follows action. Clarity, it just follows action, my dear friend. Not the other way around. Action doesn't follow clarity. If your action needs now to follow clarity, that's going to lead to you procrastinating forever and ever and ever. So I want you to do the following things. Ask yourself, what did 2025 teach me? What is it that I learned from 2025 that I still haven't applied in my own business, in my own life? What lesson do I keep revisiting but never acted on? Because some of you keep on watching that very same episode for life without even picking up the lessons that you need. Because crying about applied lessons into 2026 will only give you the same year but new calendar. Have you ever heard people saying that? When you ask them, how is your day? They'll be like, same shit, different day. Yes, people, they will do that. And this 2026 might actually be just another year, but same problems and same song, same episodes, same lessons, same stuff. You're going to be stuck at the same spot without even going anywhere. That you are here to learn and become better. So let's dive deep as we go for this 2026 with a style. Let's prepare and get ourselves ready for this 2026 by applying all the lessons that you actually get from 2025. So, my dear friend, let me see you after this. Hi there, and welcome again to another episode of Inspire to Inspire Show. As I said, this is our very first video, 2025, or our season 5 video. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to celebrate with you. This is marking 5 years of Inspire to Inspire Show. But in this video, I am here to remind you that 2025 might have taught you some great lessons, but 2026 is here to give you the results and to actually repay you. Because I know that you are here to get that inspiration that you need to kickstart this very brand new year. Let me say this. 2026 will not reward your intention. It's going to reward your actions. You might be intending to sign up that very first business. But let me tell you one thing. If you intend to start that business and don't do anything about it, your life is not going to go anywhere. Because 2026 it's just going to be just another year where you come in with all those wishes, you write down those so-called resolutions that just expire on day 7. And then after day 7, you're already back to your old roots. Please don't make 2026 that very same year again. You get paid for signing clients, not for thinking about signing clients. And you can only grow your business by starting it and implementing everything that you need to actually implement, or by you thinking about something else, all right? Because you get momentum from movement. So this year, find a way. You must act, because action in 2026 look like this. Launching before you are even ready. As I always say, start like the amount of time that you take from the moment you think of an idea and the moment you act on that idea is going to determine how fast you are going to be successful. Posting even when the engagement is 0, is low or even 0, when you are still getting those 2 views, 0 engagement, I want you to just post. Selling even when you are afraid of rejection, because how can you get those people to sign up even if you don't pitch? Like literally, how can they buy when you are not pitching? Building the systems instead of you relying on motivation. I want you to focus on that building the system. Focus on the automation. Because most people don't fail because they are not smart. Oh, my dear friend. What are you here studying? Because results are not accident. They are executed. You plan, you strategize, you execute on it, you work on it. That's what 2026 demands. But 2026 doesn't need perfect people, but it needs decisive ones. 2026 just demands you to be decisive, to decide and move. Just decide once and act every day. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is just action. It's not money. It's not the clients. It's not the investment. It's not you being perfect. It's not you launching another one. But it's you implementing what you already know right now and telling yourself that this year must be different. I know some of you are actually prayerful people. I am as well. You have got all those 10-day prayer and fasting. But guess what? Prayer and fasting without implementation and execution and following up on that prayer, it's nonsense. You've been starving yourself for nothing. Because if you pray for that car, for that client, for that whatever, and you don't act on it, then guess what's going to happen? You are not going to get anything out of it, and you just wasted your time praying and fasting. You need to cultivate your field for God to actually bless you more. So go and act on those things. Go and act on those prayers that you have been praying on. Because this is the you decide fast. You move quicker. You stop overthinking. You stop asking for permission. You start jumping and doing what you think you can do and doing what you are scared of. You decide to move forward, even if the entire world is asking you, are you crazy? Because success needs speed plus consistent. Success doesn't require you to be perfect. It demands you. It demands speed. It demands execution. That's what success is. And that is the only thing that I want you to focus on this year. Can you promise me to actually go and do that? Let's go and do that. Because soon after this, I'm going to give you another section where you are going to start implementing and taking those things and packaging it together to make your 2026 the best year you ever lived in your life. Let me see you.
What if you had someone who answered 100% of the inbound calls your business received, filtered out the spam, and converted everyone else into qualified and interested leads? What if they answered the phone for you 24/7, even outside of your business hours? And what if every time they handled a call, that employee sent your team an email with a short summary of the conversation they just had, giving you actionable follow-up as well as valuable trend data on your business's phone traffic? Let us introduce you to your new AI employee. With the AI employee, every time your phone rings, it gets answered and handled reliably and systematically. It never takes a day off, never calls in sick, and never fails to answer. Want to test out the AI employee for yourself? Click the demo button on our website to see if the AI employee is right for you. We look forward to answering your call.
Hey there, and welcome again to another episode of Inspire to Inspire Show. If you're just joining me, my name is Munya, aka Mr. M. Dongo. I am the founder of BNC International, and it's all subsidiaries like BNCIO and Six Figure Online Business. If you're just joining me today, I am saying Happy New Year and congratulations, you have made it. Oh, my dear friend. As I said before, this year, this is the year of execution, not another year of learning, because learning without executing what you are learning, it will be a wasteful learning and it's just going to be just a nonsense. Okay, so let's dive into this because right now I'm about to actually give you those main steps that you actually need. So, my dear friend, here is the uncomfortable truth for you. Motivation will fail you. Discipline will get you tired and willpower is going to run out. Oh, you cannot change that. But willpower will definitely run out if you don't do anything about it. But do you know what's not going to get tired? Systems. Because systems don't get emotional. It's just the way it is. If 2026 is going to be different, you must build systems that capture leads, follow up automatically, turn attention into income, and remove friction from execution. Thus, gonna allow you to focus on what you do best, which is closing leads, and let the system do the rest, which is follow up and finding leads for you. This is why I'm so passionate about automation and the structure and the platform like BNCIO. We have built BNCIO for people like you. Because guess what? I was once like somebody who found himself so much busy, especially at the beginning of how am I going to actually make them come to life. how am I going to achieve these dreams that I actually have for this 2026? I used to actually do that each and every year. And guess what? I finally found a way by dedicating my very first week, automating and looking in my year, and dedicating that week to implementing and automating all of the things that I know that these things are going to be repetitive, and I do not need to do these things each and every time for me to become successful. I know that I'm going to work on my goals. I'm going to do these things. What is it that I need to implement and to do each and every day that can help me make more money? So I'm going to spend my very first week. Well, I already did that. I already know what is it that is going to move that I need to. And what is it that I'm going to execute each and every day on my day-to-day calendar. I'm going to block this time for me to go live, for me to send this email, for me to jump on a call, and for me to do that. As you can see, I'm not saying for me to post this stuff, because I'm going to schedule all of my posts way in advance. Oh, why am I doing that? So that I can spend my days and my time to do something that is productive and something that's going to give me clients during that day. This is not because but you fail to the level of your systems. If your systems is just everywhere because you are not organized and your systems are not organized, you don't know what are you doing every day, and you don't know what's going to come next week. You don't have a predictable system that's going to give you sales, that's going to close sales for you, that's going to give you leads, that's going to generate leads, that's going to follow up. You don't have something that is predictable for yourself. So willpower fades, but systems scale. That's one thing that I want you to know. If it's not going to be sustainable, because each and every day something's going to pop up. Some stuff they're going to actually raise and do this and that and demand this and demand your time. And if you don't have systems in place, automation in place, then you are going to miss it. And you're definitely going to mess it up for yourself. So 2026 is not going to reward hustle, but it's going to reward structure, automation. It's going to reward action, execution. That is what 2026 is going to reward. This year, I want you to build once and benefit daily. If you do it every day, then automate it. Let the system run it for you. Focus your energy where you only are needed, because that is how the results are actually compounding. And let me tell you something. 2026 doesn't owe you anything, but it will respond to what you do daily. This is the year you stop collecting information. This is the year you stop delaying your destiny, and you owe it yourself to change this year. Nobody owes you anything but yourself. Else you're going to remain at the same place that you are this year, next year. And you won't even change. It's not going to be the same. Life is going to be very much difficult for you, my dear friend. You would have just wasted this year. I want you to challenge yourself that, you know what, this year I'm going to add 100,000 more. And don't just say it, but implement it. Plan it into action. If you don't get anything from this, at least you get this. There are 3 things you must do this year. And I want you to write it down right next to your desk. Decide, execute, and repeat. Do this. Take stock of yourself every 3 months. Ask yourself, how far am I? Where am I going? Am I still in the right direction? Am I still on my goals? What is it that I said I was going to do? And am I still doing the same thing? If not, what went wrong? And how can I come back? I want you to do that. Because this 2026, this is the year you take the inspiration and go and inspire the people. Hey then, and to just sweeten this year, I would like to actually give you my very free course and invite you to join my free community where business people like myself and yourself are actually meeting each and every day. It's completely free. And when you are right in there, you're actually going to be getting access to my free courses that I'm going to be dropping in there each and every time. So again, welcome to 2026 and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I cannot wait to see you. Scan this QR code or click the link in the description or in the show notes for you to actually grab all the resources that I have been giving you on this live training. Thank you so much. May God bless you as you are kicking off this year with so much action and knowing where you are going. My dear friend, God loves you. My dear friend, action waits. My dear friend, goodness awaits you for this year, but only if you take massive action. So let's go. Let's take massive action and let's make this year the best year ever. Thank you so much. God bless. Love you all. Happy New Year.